Hey guys, welcome back to a new rolling video. This time I'm doing some nogi. This is my first time doing a nogi video. So, yeah, enjoy guys. I just want to mention really quick that we're both wearing blue rash guards, even though we're white belts. So, uh, I don't think it really matters, but just in case people are wondering why we're wearing blue rash guards, it's just happened to be that way. Anyways. Roll started. I tried to go shoot for a double leg, but it was pretty scuffed. He ended up sprawling out. It was a scramble, and then I tried to get some sort of back take, but slid off, and I had control of his far arm, but I released it because I'm not very familiar with the far side arm attacks from the bottom half. So I went to something I'm more comfortable with, which is the dogfight position, and I tried coming up, but he had a pretty tight wizard. I rolled him over, but he was able to kind of bounce back with momentum and keep his weight on top of me. I try to keep his feet off the ground so he can't scramble into a better position, but he ends up turning away and going into a turtle. So I went for, okay, so there's a mistake right there. I transitioned from the turtle to a front headlock type of position, but I kept my knees pretty close to him. He grabbed behind my hip and knees and kind of just drove forward and flattened me out to my ass and my back. I tried to create some space so I can get some frames in, and he reached for my far arm and tried to get my shoulder to the mat, but I don't think he wanted to really deal with passing from there, so he disengaged to get us back on the feet. Looks like he's trying to do some like snap downs like with the collar tie. So he snaps down and he pretty much pulls me in towards a double leg. I just kept driving forward. I didn't know what else to do there. And eventually I scrambled, I guess, into a nice position of side control. But unfortunately, I didn't control his close side shoulder. He was able to turtle up. And then from here, he looks like he rolled the wrong way because I still ended up in side control. But unfortunately, I make another pretty big mistake there. I rushed into a sort of like a mount, but I didn't really cross his hip line, so he was able to get a nice quarter guard and scramble out. And as you can see, he pretty much like I pretty much just had bad placement on his body. He backed up and I fell off. I lost balance and I fell off of him when I was trying to take the back, but now he has me kind of on my ass and playing with butterfly hooks. I don't think he wanted to deal with butterfly hooks. He would rather disengage and do standing. So that takedown was pretty funny actually. I don't know how look like I'm in a decent position here because that shouldn't have worked out the way it did. He also rolled again the wrong way. I think, or maybe I followed pretty nicely, but I'm in a top side position now and looks like I'm transitioning to a north-south. And right now I'm trying to work on more towards like controlling dominant positions. The reason I let him kind of turtle up there is because I had one of his arms isolated and he wasn't really defending it. So I try to transition to some sort of head and arm choke. He has an underhook, so he alleviated a lot of the pressure on his neck. So Erwin was saying, yeah, he has an underhook at this point, and I kind of laughed here and shook my head, disengaged. Pretty much knew he was out of that. And now Bassem wanted to get some revenge. Does a nice double leg, gets me right to my ass. I'm on my back, and now he's dealing with a passing. And at this point, I was just trying to create some space and frames. He has both my legs bundled up, so it was kind of hard to turn into him. Eventually, he lets go of that pressure, and I get into a turtle position, and I think he went for the same sort of head and arm chokes submission, but I sat to my butt, and I think he realized he didn't have too much pressure on my neck, so he disengaged as well. Now we're back on our feet, and I think at this point I was just really tired because I pretty much just sat down. I don't think he was too happy about that. I have one butterfly hook in, and he disengages. Okay, so he looks like he did some sort of like cartwheel type of pass, but when he was on top of me, I think he rushed to try to take the back. He lets go of the hooks, so it allows me to kind of flop over his hips, and I try to grab in his one of his legs, but he circled out and has some sort of a bulldog grip around my neck. I try to grab one of his legs. I just kept pressuring forward so I can alleviate some of that pressure, and then I took his back. And now I think we're nearing the end of the round. Uh, but I was just trying to control his back for the remainder of the round. Anyways, that's the end of the roll. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of mistakes were made, and want to learn a lot from this. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.